Okay guys, so I kind of already cleaned up around my cuticles just to get them ready. Today I'm going to be using this e-file instead of the other one, which is only like 20 bucks. And I still love it. The only reason I'm using this one today is because it doesn't have to be plugged in, but I like them both equally. And everything will be listed and linked in the description box below, or you can check out my Amazon page. There's a whole nail section. Everything is super affordable and I've used and have really worked out for me. So don't forget to check that out. I feel like I say this all the time, but it's been a while since I did my nails, so I felt a bit rusty. But just to get them ready, I kind of did a light sanding over my nails just to give it something to stick to. And I am still using the gel tips, which I already kind of measured out on for my nails. So again, here, I'm not sure if this is like, it's a must, you have to do this. I think it's just optional. I go in and sand the bottom of the gel tips just to give the glue something to stick to. I've never had any issues with any popping off or falling off or breaking or anything like that. So I just continue to do it like this. I am, again, really loving these gel tips. I haven't went back to acrylic, and I'm not sure I will because I'll feel like so rusty doing it. And these are just so easy and there's no smell, which I actually like the smell of the acrylic, but I don't think it's good for you. So, and then I make sure to have the little nail lamp as close to me as possible and ready to go, because as soon as I see that there's no bubbles, I want to stick it under there ASAP. So I first just put the nail glue on, and I just put a little bit, but I rather actually have more of the nail glue than ending up with less, because I don't mind if some comes up, like some of the glue pops up on the sides, because I can just sand that off and it just doesn't really work with less. So I don't mind if I have like too much nail glue, but I usually just swipe it on where my natural nail is going to go, and it's usually enough. And then as soon as I get it set where there's no bubbles, I want to stick it under that lamp as soon as possible to make sure there's no bubbles that form after. So I kind of just start at the very top of my where my natural nail starts, and it looks like I'm kind of pressing down a little hard, but I'm really not. I'm kind of just setting it down on my nail and then letting the glue do its thing. And I actually ended up with this nail, I actually ended up getting the tips mixed up, so this one was a little bit too small for my middle finger. I just did the wrong tips. I switched them, so I'm just gonna have to make it work. So it didn't cover some of my nail, but it's all right. So I kind of, like I said, I kind of just lay it down really gently, let the glue do its thing, and as soon as I see that there's no bubbles and it's all the way down to my natural nail, I get that under the lamp to start curing as soon as possible, so it can kind of set like that. And it cures really fast, like within seconds it's going to start curing and hard to get off. So you want to make sure you have it done right the first time. And then these are the size they come. You can leave them like that, but I've been going like shorter and shorter recently. I ended up cutting them this size, but then going back and cutting them just a little bit shorter. I'm not sure why I've been going shorter. When I look back, I'm like, wow, I used to do them so long. But anyways, this little cutter comes with the kit that I got, or you can get it for like $4 on Amazon. Then what I like to do, again, I don't think this is really required, or I think it's just optional, but what I like to do, and this is a step I don't skip, I go in with the e-file and go around my cuticle about twice, I would say. Very lightly. I'm not doing it really hard, but I feel like it just makes it look so much better, like a little less fake and a little less press on. And then I usually go over the whole nail. Again, I don't think you have to do this, but I just do it because I'm just so used to doing it when I'm doing acrylics that I just go over it very lightly, but it doesn't really need it. And then these tips are pretty much tapered already, but you can file them down a little bit skinnier if you wanted, or shape them however you want. I kind of just go at the ends and make sure they're straight, and yeah, just make sure they're straight after cutting. And then I'll go in with a buffer just to lightly buff it a little bit, just because I sanded it. But again, I don't know if you need to do this, but that's just what I do. I don't know if I said this already, but this was actually a fail for me, because I was initially going for the whole glazed donut type of look that everybody's doing, and I think it's so pretty, but it ended up turning out just like chrome nails, which is also trending right now, but it's not what I wanted. And chrome nails what I've learned is very unforgiving. They show, as you can see right here, they show any imperfection. It is so crazy. Now with this is the one I got. I tried it on 5 different colors because it does change depending on the base color that you use. And I originally wanted to go with more of like the one I'm holding, but I just felt like it was too light for me and I wasn't gonna like it. Like I said, it does slightly change with the undertone and the base color that you use, but no matter what color, it still gave me like a chrome look instead of a glazed donut look. So I was a little bit upset about that, but I had already practiced on my right hand and I didn't want to just file it off. I just kept going with it. So I ended up putting my favorite polish down, which is such a pretty color on its own. I ended up just doing 1 coat instead of 2 because I don't know why. I already knew that I was going to be applying so many layers of gel polish and I knew that it was going to start looking thicker and thicker. So I just ended up doing 1 coat, and I'm going to apply 1 coat and then cure it and make sure it's completely cured. I just love this color on its own, honestly. And then I applied a clear top coat, which requires no wiping after. And I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds and make sure it's completely dry. And then I'm going to add this, I guess I'm going to say it's a chrome effect. On the website, it does have chrome in it. It is my fault because it does have chrome in the title, but it actually says like glazed donut. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it came out looking chrome to me. So you just apply it. I just did once. I know it says if you do it more, it can be more intense, but I just applied once, and then I'm going to do like press it really down hard with the sponge that comes with it. And then it says to wipe it with your finger after to give it more of a chrome effect, which it does work. And then I make sure to clean up the excess around my cuticles before I do anything else. So after I finish the powder, I apply a clear top coat and cure that, and then they are done. It's funny because it looks different in the light and then it looks different in the sun. I'll try to put like a little video of how it looks in the light and then how it looks in the sun, because in the sun it actually looks like a glazed donut.